Atum was the first god to emerge from Nun's waters, creating himself through sheer will. Welcome. Here today on Deca Rankings, we'll be going over the Egyptian Ogdoad, the gods before creation. Before Ra sailed across the sky, there was nothing. Just endless dark water stretching into infinity. But from that primordial chaos emerged 8 beings who would create everything. The Ogdoad, the 8 gods of Hermopolis. Unlike the Greek titans who warred and overthrew each other, these Egyptian primordials worked together to birth the universe itself. Today, we're exploring these forgotten gods who existed before creation. Number 8. Amunet, the hidden feminine. Amunet was the female personification of hiddenness, concealment, and the invisible forces that shape reality without being seen. Her name literally means the hidden one, or she who is concealed, representing the feminine aspect of things unknown and unseen. She was the female counterpart and consort of Amun, together representing the mysterious forces that exist, but cannot be directly perceived. Amunet represented the hidden potential, the unseen possibilities, the air you cannot see but know exists because you breathe it. As part of the Ogdoad, she existed in the primordial waters before creation, embodying one of the fundamental qualities that had to exist for the universe to form. When the Ogdoad died after creating the world, they were said to be buried at Thebes, where their continued presence underground sustained the annual Nile flood. Though less celebrated individually than some other primordials, Amunet's principle of hiddenness was essential. The invisible forces are often the most powerful. Number 7. Amun, the hidden one. Amun was the male personification of hiddenness, wind, and air, the breath of life itself that surrounds us invisibly. His name means the hidden one, or the concealed, representing forces that exist powerfully but cannot be seen directly. He represented air and wind, the invisible element essential to life, the breath that enters your lungs without ever being visible. Along with Amunet, his female counterpart, Amun embodied the concept that the most powerful forces often work in concealment. What makes Amun remarkable is his evolution. While the other Ogdoad members faded after creation, Amun's cult grew exponentially in power. By the New Kingdom, he had merged with Ra to become Amun-Ra, king of the gods and the supreme deity of Egypt. Amun's journey from primordial principle to supreme god shows that hiddenness and mystery create power, and that which cannot be fully known cannot be controlled or diminished. Number 6. Khauket, primordial darkness, the female aspect. Khauket was the female personification of darkness, specifically the darkness that existed before the first light of creation. Her name is the feminine form of Kek, the ancient Egyptian word for darkness, representing the nurturing, creative aspect of the dark. She was the female counterpart and consort of Kek, together embodying the primordial darkness from which light would eventually emerge. Ancient Egyptians didn't view darkness as purely evil. It was the natural state of rest, the fertile void, the blank canvas before creation. She existed with the other Ogdoad members in the dark waters before creation, her darkness mixing with the other primordial qualities to create the conditions for existence. Like all the Ogdoad, Khauket was depicted as a frog-headed goddess, or as a serpent, creatures that thrive in both water and on land. Khauket reminds us that darkness isn't the opposite of creation, but its prerequisite. Without the dark void, there would be nowhere for light to shine. Number 5. Kek or Keku, primordial darkness, the male aspect. Kek was the male personification of darkness, obscurity, and the black void that existed before the dawn of creation itself. His name derives from the ancient Egyptian word for darkness, and he embodied the masculine principle of darkness, not as evil, but as the original state of existence. Kek was the male counterpart to Khauket, and together they represented the total darkness that filled the universe before light existed. In Egyptian thought, Kek's darkness wasn't empty nothingness, but a pregnant darkness full of potential, the cosmic womb from which all things would emerge. He was depicted either with a frog's head or as a man holding 2 serpents, emphasizing his connection to both chaos and transformation. The ancient Egyptians understood that darkness comes before light in the daily cycle, and they extended this pattern to cosmic creation. His principle teaches that darkness isn't the absence of creation, but rather its beginning, the necessary first state from which all illumination must emerge. Number 4. Hauhet, infinite space, the female aspect. Hauhet was the female personification of infinity, boundlessness, and endless space stretching in all directions forever. Her name is the feminine form of He, meaning infinity or eternity, representing the unlimited expanse that has no beginning or end. She was the female counterpart and consort of He, together embodying the concept of infinite space and endless time that would contain all of creation. Before the universe had boundaries, before there was an up or down, before space had any structure, there was Hauhet, pure unlimited extension in all directions. Hauhet represented the spatial aspect of infinity, the endlessness of distance, the fact that no matter how far you travel, there's always more space beyond. As part of the Ogdoad, Hauhet existed in the primordial waters before time and space had structure, her infinite nature providing the cosmic room for everything that would come to exist. Without Hauhet's boundlessness, creation would have nowhere to expand into, making her essential to the very possibility of a universe. Number 3. Her or Herhu, infinity and eternity, the male aspect. Her was the male personification of infinity, eternity, and boundlessness in both space and time, the endless forever in all directions. His name means infinite or endless, and he represented the mind-breaking concept that existence has no ultimate boundary or final moment. Her was the male counterpart to Hauhet, and together they embodied the infinite nature of reality, the endlessness that makes the universe possible. The ancient Egyptians depicted Her kneeling, often holding palm ribs, symbols of years, or with his arms raised, supporting the infinite sky above. He represented not just spatial infinity, but temporal infinity, time stretching backwards and forwards without beginning or end. Later, Egyptian thought associated Her with the concept of millions of years, eternal life, and the hope for endless existence in the afterlife. Her teaches us that eternity isn't something that begins or ends. It simply is, and always has been, the background against which all temporary things exist. Number 2. Naunet, the primordial waters, the female aspect. Naunet was the female personification of the primordial waters, representing the feminine, nurturing, creative aspect of the chaotic ocean that existed before creation. Her name is the feminine form of Nun, meaning primordial waters or the abyss, and she embodied the receptive, life-giving nature of water. She was the female counterpart and consort of Nun, together representing the cosmic ocean from which all life would emerge. In Egyptian cosmology, water wasn't just H2O, but a symbol of infinite potential, chaos that contains all possibilities, the formless from which forms emerge. Naunet represented the womb-like quality of these waters, the feminine principle of gestation, nurturing, and bringing forth life from within. Before creation, Naunet's waters filled all space, a dark, infinite ocean with no shore, no surface, no bottom, just endless liquid potential. Naunet reminds us that creation emerges from feminine principles of gestation and nurturing, and that the creative chaos is never truly tamed, but only temporarily ordered. Number 1. Nun or Nu, the primordial abyss. Nun was the male personification of the primordial waters, the infinite dark ocean that existed before creation and from which everything emerged. His name means abyss, primordial waters, or watery chaos, and he represented the most fundamental state of existence in Egyptian cosmology. Unlike the Greek chaos, which was a void or gap, Nun was an ocean, dark, limitless, and pregnant with infinite potential. Before anything existed, before gods, before earth, before sky, before light, there was only Nun, stretching infinitely in all directions, dark and formless. The Egyptians believed that Nun was eternal and indestructible. Even after creation, he continued to exist as the cosmic ocean surrounding the ordered world. Every morning, the sun god Ra was born from Nun's waters, and every evening descended back into them, reenacting creation daily. What makes Nun extraordinary is his relationship to creation. He was both what came before creation and what sustains it, providing the substance, the space, and the potential for existence itself. He represents the ultimate truth, that order is temporary, chaos is eternal, and the waters of possibility underlie all reality. Bonus: the creator gods who emerged from the Ogdoad. After the Ogdoad created the conditions for existence, the first true creator god emerged from their primordial waters. Atum, the self-created. Atum was the first god to emerge from Nun's waters, creating himself through sheer will and becoming the first island of order in the chaotic ocean. His name means complete one, or finisher, representing the self-sufficient creator who needed no parent or partner. Standing on the first mound of earth, the Ben-Ben, Atum created the next generation of gods through various means. Some myths say he sneezed them out, others say more explicit creative acts. He eventually merged with Ra to become Atum-Ra, but originally he was the solitary creator who proved that existence could emerge from non-existence. Atum represents the first consciousness, the first I am, the moment when the universe became aware of itself. Ra, the sun god. Ra emerged from the primordial mound, or from a lotus flower, or from the cosmic egg, depending on the tradition, as the sun, bringing light into Nun's darkness for the first time. He became the king of the gods, the supreme creator whose daily journey across the sky reenacts creation every morning. Ra's emergence from the Ogdoad's creation represents the victory of order over chaos, light over darkness. But he must fight to maintain this order every single day. His nightly journey through the underworld, where he battles the chaos serpent Apophis, shows that the struggle between primordial chaos and created order is eternal and ongoing. The Egyptian Ogdoad represents a different vision of creation than Greek or Norse mythology. Instead of war and overthrow, we see cooperation and natural emergence. These primordial beings didn't fight each other. They worked together, each contributing essential qualities that made existence possible. If you enjoyed this journey into Egyptian cosmology, hit that subscribe button. Which Egyptian primordial surprised you most? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again next time.